Well, it's early March, so it must be time for another Badgerland Birding Migration Challenge. The guys have come up with some tricky ones for me this year, 2024. The targets are snow goose, bufflehead, and red-tailed hawk, which are all truly migrants here in Southern California, but not hanging around that long. Red-tailed hawks are here all year, of course. They migrate out here in great numbers in the winter, but they still nest here all year. We've got a nest in our neighborhood, so I'll get that. In fact, I already do. I'll show you a little bit on that later. The snow goose, they come down here, but not in the numbers they do up in the Sacramento area in the wildlife refuges between here and there. I'm here at Apollo Park in Lancaster today. There's usually a couple stragglers here throughout the year. So an eBird has indicated anywhere from 3 to 15 here in the last week, so I'm quite hopeful. Bufflehead gone again from most places, but there's a little lake about 30 miles from here that they were there earlier this week. I hope to find him. Hope. So if not there, maybe Bolsa Chica. We'll see. That might be a tough one this year. So anyway, there's some other interesting birds around here, I hope. Apollo Park here often has owls. I've been here about 10 times and only seen one because I'm here at the wrong time of day, but you never know. They're probably roosting somewhere in these trees. There's not that many trees out here in the desert over here in the Antelope Valley. So anyway, we're going to have some fun. Wish me luck. Well, they're white, but not a snow goose. Some domestic ducks, I believe. There's a lot of mixed in domestic waterfowl here at this park, but maybe we'll find more than a white duck. I saw a snow goose pretty quickly at Apollo Park. Notice what I call the thick lips. Those are a good field mark. You can see the long toes on this coot while he's out of the water. There were numerous double-crested cormorants around. Apparently they were doing a good job catching fish. They stayed down more than up, but I stayed with them and managed to get a few. It almost seems like you can see them swimming underwater at some points. I got a better look of a double-crested cormorant in a tree, but just as I was getting ready to video it, he was mobbed by a flock of Brewer's blackbirds. As always, there were numerous Canada geese here. This little flotilla seemed pretty sharp-looking to me. No young yet this year. Here's a pair of gadwall adding to the duck total for the day. And of course, no park would be complete without a pair of mallards. I'm sure there were more than a pair here. There's a shoveler asleep out there. We missed that one on our big weekend, which much to my surprise, but it's nice to see that one. Glad there's a few still around. Spotted sandpiper in the shadow. That's another one we missed on our big day, I believe, or our big weekend. There's something a little interesting. White pelicans. A lot of domestic ducks here today, Canada geese, cormorants. Not real many interesting birds, but pelicans are pretty good. Notice the one on the right, I can't tell, maybe the one on the left too, has a knob on its bill they get in breeding season. I think they both do. So that's kind of interesting.
As I took video of this pelican, I noticed another bird in front of it. That's a white-fronted goose. We don't get many of those this far south, some, but not as many as they do at the wildlife refuges farther north.
It's a black-crowned night heron way up in that tree. They're not nesting yet. They must be getting ready.
When I got back to the car, I realized I should have stayed near the parking lot. There were 10 to 20 snow geese walking around there. This one walking in front is a Ross's goose. Notice the thin lips, small, rounder head. As you can see, the snow goose is a little larger than the Ross's, with a different shaped head and those thick lips.
Since I was in Lancaster anyway, I stopped by one of my favorite little city parks. It's called Prime Desert Park. You can see the Joshua tree behind me. It's a cute little park. Find some desert birds here on occasion. It's about noon though, so between being a little late for the birds and a few people wandering around, maybe not, but it's worth showing it to you anyway. I need that little Anna's hummingbird to turn around and let the sun shine off his pink gorget, but he hasn't yet.
This mockingbird seems unusually quiet. The only birds singing I heard in the park were cactus wrens that I couldn't manage to catch on video. It looks like these ravens have a little bit of courtship behavior going on. There were about a dozen flying around the park. I was thinking they were trying to pair up.
Here I am at Quail Lake. Need to get some bufflehead here. Otherwise, I think they've pretty much blown out of the area. When I drove by on my way to the parking area, the lake looked pretty empty. Then I saw some few white dots, which is a really good sign. So I'm pretty hopeful.
Here is one of those white dots I saw on the lake from the roadway, a male bufflehead. They have a white body and a big white mark on the back of their head. Here is a small group of bufflehead with both males and females. The females have a black head with a white spot and are just generally darker on the body as well. You can see an eared grebe and a ruddy duck cruise by fishing alongside them. This one is pretty far out, but it looks like a greater scaup. Here's another good one, a male goldeneye. I don't usually see them this far south. When I got back to the parking lot at Quail Lake, I found this male grackle trying to impress this brown female grackle. She doesn't look very impressed to me. Here is the red-tailed hawk nest we have in our neighborhood, a cul-de-sac or two over. They've been cruising around our neighborhood for the past week or two. I'm not sure if they're mating or looking for food for little ones already. And here is one of the red-tails in a tree as I was walking the dogs. Apologize for the very poor phone pictures. It had trouble focusing through all the sticks in the tree. Well, there you go. Another Badgerland Birding Migration Challenge survived. I'm not sure if next month will be easier or harder, but it'll still be fun, whatever. Thanks for watching. Please like or subscribe.